What up? Welcome back to Cool Kid TCG. Here we're playing Green Uta. We're playing Red Purple Sugar into Green Uta. Not really sure how this matchup goes. We have this interesting hand. We have a Hell's Judgment, Dragon, Corazon, and then two 2Ks, one being a Baby 5, one being Giola. I'm thinking about whether or not to keep this hand. I decided to keep it. The reason being is I really like having the Dragon Cora. I have two characters that I really am going to want to play. I don't have a good ramping event. I have the Hell's Judgment, but can't really activate that because I have Returnodon in order to ramp. I could activate it, just no effect, but at that point I'm kind of just a waste. But I have the Baby 5, which will allow me to ramp one anyways. Baby 5's effect is on play, you can pitch a card to ramp an active Dawn. So I do have like ramp in, like, so I could ramp regardless if I have an event or not. So I think that's the reason I keep this hand. I like the Cora, I like the Dragon, and I like that I have at least one ramp baked in. We won the dice roll, we're going first, and we Dawn pass. I like to go first with Sugar because I like the idea of playing the Sugar Searcher if I get it on turn 1 and then using its ability and still having 2 Dawn for an event. That's not going on this game, but that's just the reason I like to go first with this deck. We swing 5 in a life, they take, and then now we're going to go with our Baby 5, pitch the Hell's Judgment, and ramp a Dawn. Now we do have the Senior Pink. We can get that Hell's Judgment back. Senior Pink on play, you can get a purple event back from the trash. He's going to tab 1 for Neon Genesis, a really good event searcher, which is top 3 for a film. And then if he hits, he gets to restand that Dawn. So he's going to grab Katakuri. And then I believe he's going to just play the Katakuri. Well, he's going to play it this turn, but maybe we'll wait for him to do it. Uta's effect is when she attacks, if she has a Dawn attached to her, you can reveal a top card, and if it's a film, add it to your hand. Which that's what he's going to do. 6 in the life, we're going to take. No trigger. It's the purple searcher event. And then now he's going to tap 3 for that Katakuri. That Katakuri's effect is if there's 6 or more rested cards, it gains 2,000 power. It includes leader. Right now he's currently at 3 or 4 rested, leader, and then 3 Dawn. So we do draw the Noranora's Beam Sword. We are at 6 Dawn, I want to say. We're going to tap 5 for the Cora, and we're going to pitch the Searcher event. Maybe I should pitch the Noranora Beam Sword, but I decided to pitch that event because it's the objectively worst event. But then I boxed myself out from ramping if I wanted to. So we're going to swing 6 life, and we're going to pass. We get to restand 1 from leader effect. We don't get to restand any from Cora because we're at 6 Dawn rather than 7. But we're set up next turn to Dragon. He's at, I believe, 6 Dawn. He swings 6 in the life, reveal a card. It's a Nami. We give him the 2K. And now I'm just clarifying the exact nomenclature on the Katakuri card. How many cards need to be rested, if leader counts for it, and leader does count for it. So just reading it real quick. Any 6 rested cards, it includes itself too. So as soon as you attack, that technically counts as a rested card. He taps 4 for Brook. Brook plays a Straw Hat or Film, which he plays the Film Nami on play, and when attacking, you can search top 3 for a film card, add it to hand. He adds a 2K Chopper. And then now he swings 6 in the life, and we give it 2K. He passes. We draw a Red Hawk, so we do have a way, an interesting event that we can use to pop something. We can maybe pop that Katakuri based off of whether or not it's he's got the Rested Dawn. But we're gonna swing 5 into life, which he takes. The idea here was I was gonna swing 5 and then dragon, and we're gonna dragon and put 2 Rested Dawn on the on the Korra, and we're gonna swing 8 into the Katakuri. The reason I swung 5 first is I thought he would give us a 1k for it, but he just took the life. So now he does have more cards in hand for counter. But he has a ton of cards in hand, so getting 2 out of hand seems like a good idea. He gives us 2k, 1k. And then now we're going to swing 9 into the cat. And we're going to pass. Leader ability restand 1, Korra restand 2. Now, one of the things I knew, one of his searches, he drew the 9/11 Shanks pretty early, so I know he's going to be able to pop something rested. At this point, I'm kind of just like trying to get as much value out of the dragon as possible because I know that that's probably the obvious candidate. He's at 8 Dawn. He can't play that Shanks this turn, but I'm playing with the idea that this dragon's like he's a ticking time bomb. And we're currently at 8 Dawn. So here he swings 6 into life, and here's where I'm going to make a play. I'm going to activate Nora Beam Sword. That taps 2. You return it on. So I'm going to play it, return it on, and then I'm going to get that Dawn back from leader effect. But I get to go +2 for the battle and then rest something. So I rest that Nami. He's not going to get any extra value out of that Nami in terms of being able to search. So I like this play a lot. We negated 2 swings with that event, and he's not going to get an extra effect of adding a card to his hand. He has 7 standing Dawn. He swings 5 into life. Think about whether to take or give him the 1k blocker. We ultimately decide to take. We draw a 10-layer Igloo. And then now here he taps 7 for the Monkey D. Luffy blocker, which plays a 4 cost or less film or straw hat, I believe. Maybe it's just film. And he plays a Uta blocker. The Uta blocker is a 4/6, but it also has an effect where you can pitch a film card to give a Rested Dawn to leader. Here's where we're just going to tap 10, and we're going to play the Shanks. We top deck this. This is a card that it's going to die next turn from his Shanks, but now we're at least saving the dragon. So now everything on his board gets minus 1,000 power. We're going to swing 6 into the 4. It's dead. Now we're going to swing 5 into his 4, and it's going to die. And then now we can swing 8 into life. And he takes, and then 12 into life. And he gives us the Luffy blocker. Now we're going to end turn, restand 1 for leader effect, restand 2 for Korra, and pass. We know that 9/11 Shanks is coming down. That's going to pop my Shanks. And then at that point, he really only has a leader swing and maybe that blocker swing if he wants to swing it. He starts arranging his Dawn. I know it's coming, but I'm just making sure. He starts arranging his Dawn into 1 and 9. I'm like, okay, this is definitely coming. So I just grab it, and he's like, yeah, it's coming, dude. So little Shanks on Shanks violence. He's 9/11 Shanks, pops my Rush Shanks. Yeah, again, he only has 1 standing Dawn. He could use the Uta effect to give the leader another one if he wanted to. By pitching any film card. Which he does. He pitches a 9/11 Shanks to give a Rested Dawn, and then attaches that 1 active Dawn and swings 7 into life. Here's where I make the decision to... Oh, he swings into the Korra, excuse me. We're going to make the decision to use the 10-layer Igloo. He also reveals a 2k off the effect. We're going to go +3 for the battle, and then we're going to -2 to the Uta. There's no way that Uta can swing. I don't know if he was going to swing it anyways, but definitely can't swing it now. Now we draw a Sugar. We're at 10 Dawn. He's at, I want to say 3 life, maybe 2. We're going to tap 1 for the sugar, and we're going to rest to search top 5 for a Don Quixote family. And we're going to, only real candidates are we can grab the event, we can grab another sugar, we grab Senor Pink. We're going to grab sugar just because it has counter. Also, we could search again if we wanted to. We already have a Senor Pink as well. We have 8 standing Dawn, 2. We could play the Senor Pink, get our purple event back, and Viola, which I think that's the idea what we're going to do. We're going to swing 5 into life. He blocks with the Uta. We're going to now swing 9 into the 6. He gives us 2 2Ks. And then thinking about where I want this chorus swing to go. It can either go into the Uta or into life. We're able to get a decent amount of cards out of his hand. We're going to swing... Well, thinking about it, we're ultimately going to swing 6 in the life. Make him give us a 2K or he takes. And now he's down to 1 life, I believe. Now here's where we're going to tap 5 for Senor Pink. We're going to activate his effect. We get to return 1 Dawn, get a purple event back from the trash, and we're going to grab Hell's Judgment. We could also grab the Nora Nora Beam Sword. I think that's actually what we decided to grab here. With 2 great options to pick. And then now we're going to restand 1 Dawn, the last part of Senor Pink's effect. And now we're going to tap 3, play over the sugar, and play a Viola blocker. Actually, no, we're playing over the baby 5. And blocker on KO can get a purple event back, so we can grab that Hell's Judgment if we wanted. And we have 1 Dawn standing. We're going to end turn, restand 1 for leader effect, restand 2 for Cora. So our board's looking pretty strong right here. He does have 1 block. He swings 11 into the 9. We're going to tap 2, Nora Nora Beam Sword, return 1 Dawn, get it back active from leader effect, +2 for the battle, and then we're going to rest the Uta. Now we're at 11 and 11. We have to give him another 1K, so now to get out of the attack. So now we've rested his board. He just has leader swing. He has all 10 Dawn standing, though. He's going to swing 8 into the 6. And thinking about whether we want to Red Hawk and keep that Corazon alive. You could also block with the Viola or let it die. We're gonna use the Viola blocker, return 1 Dawn, and we're gonna grab back. We're gonna grab back the Nora Nora Beam Sword, and yeah, we have that for next turn. Now he's going to tap 7, and it's Luffy into another Uta blocker, a play he did earlier. So he has 2 standing blockers. And he has a decent amount of cards in hand. I want to say it's around 5. But he has 2 blockers. So thinking about how I want to do this, and I think the idea here is I'm gonna start off. I could swing 9, 9, 9. I could swing 4 9s if I wanted to. So I'm gonna start off with a 9. See what he does. He gives us the Uta blocker that's standing. We're gonna put 3 on Senor Pink, and we're gonna swing 9 there. See what he does. He gives us that. So now there's no blockers. This is an interesting spot. I could swing another 9-9 like I thought about doing, but I'm also thinking if that happens, like I'm not gonna have any Dawn. I could die in the crackback. So I'm just gonna poke him with 7 here and see what he does. And he's gonna take. Now at this point, I'm like, who? Do we have a game? I think I spent a decent amount of time thinking about this. I have 6 Dawn standing. He has 6 cards in hand. I'm gonna spend a lot of time thinking about this because I could put all 6 on Sugar and swing 11 for game. But if he counters out, I don't have any way. I don't have hardly any counter and had all of this event, so I need to keep Dawn standing, and no Dawn's going to restand because it's attached. He has a ton of 2Ks in trash. That was the thing I was looking for, counting 2Ks. I think he had like 5 or 6. So that tells me that like that's a good sign that he might not have more 2Ks because he's probably used a decent amount. He has 6 cards in hand. Yeah, I'm really thinking this through. I'm ultimately going to decide to do it, and the reason I would decide to do it is because he took the 7. If he didn't take the 7, like that tells me his hand's probably in a really bad spot. Like he could be baiting me for sure, but that was the ultimate deciding factor. I didn't think he was baiting me. I'm just doing the math. I'm thinking like it'd take 3 2Ks plus 1 extra. What are the chances? I could play this safe, keep 2 Dawn up, keep 4 Dawn up, something along those lines. Really thinking this through whether I want to do it. I spent a lot of time thinking about this attack because again, I could lose if he countered out of this attack. And ultimately, thinking it through, we're going to do it. We're going to go 11 for game and let's see what happens. And he doesn't have that much counter. I think he's got like 3K total counter. So yeah, we get the win here. This was an interesting matchup for sure. Yeah, but we got to ramp relatively fast. We got to play the Dragon and Shanks pretty early and get some value out of that and kind of just take control and then kind of deal with their board. Yeah, ultimately, pretty good. We got to see the power of recycling some of the really strong purple events. We recycled the Nora Beam Sword like 2 or 3 times. Resting anything is very powerful. I'm currently running that at 2 of. Maybe I should run it at more. But yeah, really, this was an interesting matchup. We're able to get the dub. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything. I think I could do better. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and see you next time.